Welcome back. Well, if you like today's weather, you're going to like tomorrow as well. But some subtle changes on the way later this week. So let's take a look at the water vapor imagery and explain what we have going on right now. Right now, we have that nice brown area across the Bayou State. That's nice dry air working its way into the region. And by the way, this is brought down a little bit in the way of some of the Canadian smoke from the big wildfires up in Canada. Plus, we have African dust in the air. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in just a bit. High pressure dominant feature down across Mexico, so the two with an upper level trough passing off to our east, allowing for nice dry conditions. But this high is going to slip a little bit farther to the west. So as it retrogrades to the west, we're going to see maybe little disturbances around the periphery of the ridge of high pressure that could help ignite a few afternoon showers and thunder showers later this week. But we'll be also battling the dust and overall a pattern that does not support much more than, say, pop-up showers later this week. Next week, a different story. In the near term, though, upper level low back to the west is creating an environment for a widespread threat of severe thunderstorms from the upper Midwest back through the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Meanwhile, close to home here, all the Doppler radars are a clean sweep, and that's the way it should go for at least another 24 hours or so. Meanwhile, in the tropics, there's not a whole lot going on. There's lots of thunderstorm activity by Florida and the Bahamas, and there could be a weak area of low pressure that develops here off the Carolina coast. There's an upper level low here. That's eventually going to move into the spot. So no development over the next 2 days, 10% next 7 days, and it's going out to sea. But here we are, only the second day of tropical season, and we're watching this low end chance. But 10%, we only used to go out 5 days. Now they got to cover, you know what, to go out 7 days just in case. But no concern of ours. We'll see that moisture rising and maybe low pressure develop here by, say, South Carolina, then scooting up the coast. Meanwhile, for us, it does look like we start to see a little bit more moisture pooling in the area, especially as we go into next week. So that's why I think we're going to see better rain chances and maybe some heftier storms. And notice, I'm going 10 days out in the Euro. I shouldn't show you this because any model beyond 7 to 10 days is worthless. But just to give you an idea of what the Euro is looking like and what the GFS has been looking like going back through last week, it's been insisting on a tropical storm or hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. Not happening. The model's out to lunch. It's been performing poorly over the last several months and maybe getting worse. So just discount. And there's a lot of social media warriors out there, or social meteorologists, as they think they are, posting these 360 hour forecasts. It just gets people excited, and then they come back to me, hey Rob, is this real? And I say, don't even pay attention to it. Here's the dust in the area. So we got plenty of African dust, more on the way. It's really going to make it across Florida, and for us this could allow for more reddish sunsets in the days ahead. We had a nice red sunrise this morning, and it looks like we're going to have a nice red sunset tonight with that dust and some smoke in the air. 74 the low, well, 74 the 7 a.m. reading tomorrow. We'll go about 70 the low, upper 80s tomorrow afternoon. As we head into Wednesday, we begin to see a few spotty showers working its way into the region for the afternoon hours. So 70 your overnight low tonight. It should be a nice quiet night. Comfortable humidity, enjoy it because it's short-lived. And as we get into the 10-day forecast, we'll notice those daytime highs creeping up into the lower 90s by this weekend, and those lows in the mid to upper 70s. The risk of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. In other words, summer is here through the weekend. Next week it looks wetter and a little stormier. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up later in the show.